if I could manage a strip club as a job,
you would be so good at it. Dude.
I've always said strip club, brothel. If I could move to Pahrump, Nevada, and open a brothel, oh, the dream.
Brandon's brothel, the Double B warehouse,
the M&B brothel.
Oh, the M&B brothel. I don't know. You're now attaching me to this organization. This sounds quite interesting.
Well, we need to diversify. If we do a podcast network, we're gonna need women on board to talk. Wouldn't it be
other
great?
channels, brothels, the whole thing,
Yeah, well, we can have the women who work at the brothel have a pod. Yeah, more people would listen to that than us.
Dude. Do it right at the brothel, live from the brothel.
Review the clients on the podcast.
That would outpace our podcast very quickly.
That would do
very quickly.
We could get a cut. No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Tom Segura way, right? Hey, I'm not that funny, but let me hire a bunch of funny people and get a cut.
I hate the perverts. I love the numbers. This is my world. I would do great.
This is it.
So that, keep an eye out for the M&B brothel guys. We got a lot of it. And if I could move to Pahrump, Nevada, I could then be...
It's a 10-year plan, right? It's a 10-year plan.
If I could be in Pahrump, I could be, an hour from Area 51 and, a couple hours from Roswell. I'd be set. would never
I think
leave.
you being that close to both of those things is not safe for your mental health.
No, it'd be perfect for my mental health. I would be able to achieve that dream of broadcasting out of a radio tower like Art Bell in the middle of the desert, talking about this stuff into the wee hours of the morning. We could just make a
studio in the middle of the desert, like that looks like a UFO, but it's just our studio.
Doesn't this sound fun?
That's what Joe Rogan was really supposed to do.
Speaking
not
of,
all this Austin mess.
Oh, dude. Well, remember his red UFO, his red studio that no one liked, and he ditched in an hour.
Immediately ditched it in 2 weeks.
He rents it out for other podcasts, and they won't do it.
Listen,
it's insane. It's
insane. Funny, his backyard has 2 random little tiny homes in it.
100%.
What's that other one? And he's like, oh, we don't worry about that one.
Well, since we're talking Joe Rogan, guys, let's start getting into the clips. I got something for you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Let me make sure I'm sharing with you. I don't think I am yet, so let's get.
Oh no, you're not. That's a good call out.
It's all good. It's all good. But hey guys, welcome to the M&B stream.
Dude, at this point, we're a year in.
So
you don't need
much.
An introduction. You know what we're here for.
Yeah, I know, but still, at the same time, we're I want to say hi to everybody. We just ended pilot season of our podcast, which means we're a little behind on the streams. We started them a couple of
unlimited
weeks.
season on the stream. This is the most not coordinated, but planned.
Time doesn't exist for the stream. You watched episodes that were recorded months ago. You didn't even know. There's so much going on with the stream. We just keep that ball rolling as much as we humanly can, and we will go live for you guys. If you guys want to see us go live, I'm not kidding. Drop a comment, please. Say something about that.
Go live
because we tested it. It works. We could do it, and I want to go live for stuff. So if you watch this shit, especially if you're watching on your phone, it's easy to type because some people watch on the TV. You can't really leave a comment, but if you're on your phone right now, hey, hi, how you doing? Leave a comment and say you want to see live streams. One, it'll help the video. It'll show up more. And two, I'm curious, very curious. But we were talking.
So what do we got here with JRE?
Joe Rogan. We didn't really cover much of the Tony Hinchcliffe stuff because I'm sure everybody in the world saw it.
Because who the fuck cares? At the end of the day,
I mean, we talk about him a lot.
Didn't affect anything. I know.
I just wanted to discuss
it was crazy that he got put on there in the first place.
Yeah,
and I think it's even funnier that afterwards Trump liked to
distance himself,
insinuate
big time.
that he had no idea who Tony Hinchcliffe was, and that he was just they put comedians on these things all the time. I've never heard of a comedian on this, so I did find that part quite hilarious.
Yeah, Tony did a great job at his.
Tony just knocked it out.
He did such a good job, guys, that Joe Rogan. Just kidding. He did awful. We all know he did bad. And even if you're left, right, whatever, fan of Kill Tony, not a fan of Kill Tony, I don't think there are many people that thought it was funny. I think
everyone just respected the bomb.
Now that we're weeks off the election, we can safely say, right, that no one was offended enough.
No one was affected by this.
That
it did not change the outcome.
I saw
whatsoever.
a lot of people saying, "Oh my God, how funny would it be if Tony Hinchcliffe changed the course?"
A lot
of
of
the
people
election?
said Tony Hinchcliffe could be the mastermind of the election and all this shit. No,
I definitely didn't hate the concept. It would have been fucking.
I right here, me changed the election.
Incredible. Have you
I'm
seen
a fucking wolf, baby? They let a wolf eat.
Have you seen how incredible? All right. Well, Tony did a good job, right? Tony's cool now, I think. And so
this made Tony cool to Brandon.
But no,
it was up in the air before. It
to
was
be
totally
this
up in the air.
controversial is slightly cool. It's cooler than he's ever been in my eyes. But there is, at the very least, we have Joe Rogan now. I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like this flew under the radar. He did this with his next guest, and it kind of just slipped by like really quick. They talked about it, and then it was like not really talked about.
Who's the guest here?
I forget. Let's see. Do we?
I mean, I know it was like in between Trump and everybody else, so it's probably like not that big of a
probably
deal.
like Jelly Roll or something. But
yeah, man, I didn't think it was that funny either.
No, man, I love Tony and I love Puerto Rico too, man. I think brothers could come together and enjoy jokes, but love each other too. Like he would just be like most.
I actually just got 2 face tattoos, one that says Tony and one that says PR.
PR and Tony, and they're together. It says kill PR. I'm starting to regret that. But yeah, no, we have Jelly Roll and fucking Joe Rogan. So this is just a funny breakdown. So Joe Rogan gives a more damning review of Tony Hinchcliffe's Madison Square Garden performance that I could possibly imagine, and he lists off with Joe essentially. He kind of paraphrases here.
Do we need to read the list, or can we just watch Joe?
But there's a lot to say here, so it's actually pretty funny. And it's a quick clip.
I want to hear this. It's 2 minutes, so I'm interested in it because I think I'll like the whole thing here.
I think I have to give this a refresh. Let's see.
Of fucking
Elon. Don Rickles.
All right. We're in action.
Was almost like he was in this category of ultra famous comedian, right? He was in this Dave Chappelle.
Also, is he fucked up here right now? Like he sounds like
I don't think Joe
fucked up.
does JRE not fucked up anymore, except for like maybe Trump. But I think he's always doing something during these. I think that's like part of his shtick now.
He's definitely fucked up here.
Chappelle type category.
Too much alpha brain.
Where just seeing Don Rickles, all of a sudden it was a comedy show. Like, oh my God, Don Rickles is here. Tony Hinchcliffe does not have that, right?
Whoa.
Okay, dude.
Yo, Tony indeed, dude.
Tony, you're not that guy.
Chappelle went up and did 10 minutes in front of Donald Trump or 10 minutes in front of Kamala Harris. That's a different thing. Because it's like he's a cultural icon, and you immediately go into stand-up comedy mode.
Tony is just this gay guy who goes into my side room and does this annoying YouTube show. That's what he's about to say. I was like, damn, dude, that's your friend. Wow.
I'm really interested in this now. Yeah,
this is crazy to me that no one said anything about this.
Chappelle's here, right?
He's
That's what Don Rickles
shit.
had with Reagan. Tony doesn't have that. It's a bad
I'm sorry, dude.
thing to do. The whole thing's bad. It's like doing a bachelor party. Like when you have to do comedy at bachelor parties, they want whores and cocaine. Why is this guy?
I think these are those 2 British guys who interviewed Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, they're the people that I think they are.
What's going on?
Telling jokes. But it's just a bad environment. It's a bad environment for comedy. And, that joke, I would have told him, don't you fucking dare do that joke. I never, sat down with him. I didn't know what bits he was going to do. But then I heard he did that joke. I was like, oh Jesus, Tony. Now that I believe.
I like how Joe Rogan's becoming the LeBron James of, foretelling his friend's life. I would have told him not to do it. I'll tell you that right now.
He's a man who's technically in full control of these guys' lives.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think there are comedians probably who... I think Tony's the wrong type of comedian for that environment. If you had someone 100%. Come in who wasn't...
I mean, this is so good.
Yeah, dude,
a roast comedian who actually...
Sorry on there.
Yeah,
made everyone feel good and
who could do it and just talk about cultural issues and get everybody to laugh is Jimmy Dore.
Shout out Jimmy Dore, friend of the show.
Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore blocked me on Twitter for no fucking reason. I've always said nice things about Jimmy. I've paid to see his show multiple times. I bring my parents to see him because I feel like he cuts through some of the mainstream media noise, especially to boomers in a way. Not boomers, but like older people, Gen Xers and stuff. I actually like Jimmy Dore for what he said. I don't think he's perfect or anything, but It's just funny because that would have made more sense for a Trump
someone
rally,
a little
suppose.
more, yeah.
But
I think it's hard to find comedians that want to do a Trump rally, if we're going to be honest.
that's what I'm saying. Like Tony's eagerness to do it, but that's essentially it, right? Like Joe categorizes.
He does kind of just,
Tony's comedy is shallow, superficial, and solely appropriate for roasting. His comedy is all just, quote, "You're a loser."
Okay, but Joe, you go on that show and laugh and call people losers. So, like, what are you doing?
The whole thing has me laughing
Very
all the way
interesting,
to
I
the
will
bank. You know,
we're gonna have the big Tony Hinchcliffe, Joe Rogan war.
You know, at the very least, that would be great.
That would be great.
Remember when Trump was going after Joe?
You think you can attack a wolf like this, motherfucker?
Remember?
You think you can come after me, bitch? I am a fucking master.
Do you remember when Joe was getting attacked by Trump on Twitter? Because he was like, yeah, dude, watch that UFC boo you next time you come out, Joe, little Joe.
Did you see Dana White had to come out and like make this whole statement that they're not a Republican program? And I'm like, yes, the fuck it is.
I mean, I feel pretty Republican.
When have you ever watched UFC and been like, yeah, Kamala Harris?
I felt like I would be maybe a little right wing watching this because I'm enjoying the sweaty guys. You go where I'm going with this. It's a very Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, that reminds me, we got to record early on Saturday. We got John Jones Saturday night.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, well, remind me of that.
Dude, we're going Logan Paul to Mike Tyson on Friday to John Jones, Stipe Miocic on Saturday.
We're so back.
We're living this weekend, bro.
We're so back, guys.
All right.
We're getting
we had
fights.
but I know that's this weekend, and I know that today we had the UFO conference, and I know you were ears to the ground on this. So what did we find out?
Yeah, I mean, you knew I watched the whole thing. I watched.
You were texting me about it at 8 a.m., dude.
Multiple. I have friends of the show who were inside the room, dude. Inside the room, dude. And then I have friends who are also inside the room. Like it's open to the public to a certain degree. It's you also can be
first come first serve.
And also the witnesses can guest list. That's how this works, by the way. That's pretty interesting. I found that out.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this? The fucking Met Gala?
I mean, the UFO community is not big, you know, and
yeah,
it's easy to kind of reach out to a lot of these people. I have more followers on Twitter than they do. They'll happen to have massive YouTube people
it's
or
just
whatever.
Twitter's dying. Let's be real.
It's just Twitter is a very small community.
Guys, we made a Twitter and we got removed in 2 weeks.
Yeah, this shit doesn't even work anymore.
It's so broken. So what do we got here in this video?
So I have a couple of clips from the UFO thing. We're gonna go over some stuff. We'll do it.
All right.
We'll do it, but I want to hear your thoughts, Max, because this shit is breaking, and I'm honestly going to tag the shit out of this when we upload this because there's a lot of people looking for commentary on this right now. So hopefully some people tune in, get through our Joe Rogan commentary.
They're gonna write like that one woman on our Twitter before she got us to.
We did an episode called Bluey Does a Shoey, which everybody should go listen to because it's a great podcast episode.
It is a great episode,
and it's half of very typical M&B fashion going through the typical stories, and half me going through an insane CIA story about this woman who had a CIA handler. She was pre-warned about 9/11. She wrote a book about it. Nobody talks about it. It's very crazy. And we upload this episode just willy-nilly like we normally do. And some woman who was like very eager to find out about Susan Lindauer for some reason found our podcast episode and
did not like it.
The only person to interact with our Twitter before it got banned was like, how about half of your podcast stop being garbage? And it's like, bitch, you listen to the garbage to get to the good part. So it's like, that's on you. Like, you are a fan now.
She got our Twitter removed. I swear to God.
Our show is not to be segmented. Our show is to be sat down and listened to like an album. Sorry.
Sit there and love it. All right, what do we got here?
So we have some coverage on
analytical glasses.
We had a bunch of people in the room. We had Congress people asking questions of 4 witnesses who are involved to some degree on the UAP issue, right?
Did AOC come and say that aliens are racist?
No, she did show up to the first one and ask some of the best questions. We probably covered that.
Yeah,
and
we did cover it.
I think we did. And she was asking about like the funding and which companies and was like trying to get to the bottom of that, which I think is probably the bigger story here. But here is the person who ran this hearing today, who like emceed this shit, was Representative Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace.
I'm telling you, dude, there's a guest list.
Yeah.
She's the MC.
I'm breaking
is the Met
this
Gala.
down.
I'm sorry. You're making it very understandable.
This is any show. This is any show.
You are really feeding me this in a very spoon-fed way that I'm enjoying.
Well, when I find out about these things and it works the same way as everything else, I'm just like, this is insane. This is
How
insane.
the fuck is this possible? Yeah.
There's like an overflow crowd show outside. They do a little acoustic set.
They got a projector out there so you can watch it like SPAC. It's open at the bottom.
Lawn seats. Yeah.
City block street seats.
Exactly. So Nancy ran the fucking show here. She actually did a great job, in my opinion. You know, it's an easy watch. It's 2.5 hours. You get through it. She did a great job of keeping people focused on what was going on. But
shout out Nancy.
She did. But she mentions here, this is one of the first things that really piqued my interest. Okay, I'm just gonna let the clip speak for itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank.
Let's try to get this volume up a little bit more here, because I noticed C-SPAN had the volume kind of low.
Thank you, Mr. Moskowitz. And I would now, committee staff asked me to go ahead and I will do it, to enter into the congressional record this 12-page document that Michael Schellenberger brought today that describes the Immaculate Constellation government program.
So we covered the Immaculate Constellation program on the show, which was covered by Michael Schellenberger. There were like unnamed sources. He didn't even say the gender of the person, but he said that there was a program that kind of a big special access program that oversaw the majority of this UFO stuff, or the collection of data on this UFO stuff, and stored it. And that's kind of the overarching theme.
They hold
here.
the Excel spreadsheet is what you're telling me.
Kind of. And this document that Schellenberger produced using his sources was given to Congress, and one of the Congress members, that guy who made fun of the dude who's so pale. You remember we watched that video? Tim Burchett. He is actually the one. He sat there and read the document into, like, so it would be totally typed out into congressional record.
He took the time.
Kind of gangster. And now it's on record. Now it's in the congressional record forever, you know, and that doesn't get done a lot. So kind of controversial to name a special access program that should never be talked about.
100%.
And people audibly gasped in the room when she said this, apparently. And a bunch of aides like left and like were running around, and it was like a big thing.
Making a bunch of phone calls and stuff.
Right. And I think what she says next is really why we are even having these hearings in the first place.
So we will do that now. Every member up here has a copy of it. The first section talks about the unacknowledged special access program called Immaculate Constellation, and the second section about USG imagery intelligence. And Representative Luna just told me if I say Immaculate Constellation, I'll be on some list. Maybe a FISA warrant, so come at me, bro, I guess. But
it gets to the point. I actually think that's why these are happening, because congressional members, especially some of these younger ones, are interested in the topic. They go in, especially if they're on committee boards. A lot of these people are, so they already have top secret clearances in order to be briefed on this stuff. They ask about this stuff with people that they trust, and they get stonewalled. They can't get answers. And they understand that there is a program operating without congressional oversight, which is illegal. All this military stuff needs to have congressional oversight. That's why there's so many subcommittees and this and that, defense, this, that, all that. So if it doesn't go through them, it's illegal, especially if you're using private companies like Lockheed Martin are tied up in this, Raytheon.
Lockheed Martin, our best friends.
And they start to get frustrated. Like, you can tell, she's like, I was literally warned that if I drop this name in this hearing, it would be bad news for me. And they're like,
I like how she just said it out loud. Like, she's just like, so put this on the record,
well,
too.
who are you to threaten a congressperson? Like, this is what happens.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get a little sick of this, especially because it's all these old guys who are all about to die gatekeeping most of this information.
who have been allowed to play this game for such a long time now, right? This, like, bully tactic bullshit to keep this shit quiet, right? Like, oh, you'll be on a list, you'll be on this. And really, at the end of the day, that's most likely just blank bullshit threats to shut people up that have worked in the past. But I think, you asked me for my opinion on that first one. I will say, I think it's fucking awesome, because I think it's a direct correlation to, like, you guys and your philosophy are dead. You know what I mean? Like no one is scared about it anymore.
We're supposed to be the ones in charge of this is kind of the vibe I'm getting, which is finally the right attitude for these like Congress people to have, in my opinion, because like keeping the shit is starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, we might have tech that could save the earth if we need to, you know what I mean? And it's like, that should not be in the hands of private contractors. That's where we're at.
Not at all. And that's exactly where we're at. All right, so what do we got on this one?
We have this is a clip of all of the witnesses being asked on their opinion, any part of the federal government knowingly concealing evidence about the UAP from the public. So this is this is just a quick kind of back and forth. All 4 of these witnesses have already put their hands on a Bible and sworn that this testimony is true.
That the federal government, any part of the federal government, is knowingly concealing evidence about UAPs from the public.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% across the board. Yeah.
So this guy on the left was in charge of like the meteorology stuff and like weather stuff and like monitoring all sorts of insane data for the Navy and other people. He claims that they actually deleted emails on his personal work computer because of the UFO topic being discussed. Like a picture of the Go Fast UFO, which leaked in the 2017 article, was sent around because a bunch of like commander admirals were like, do we know of any special access programs? This stuff is flying around while we're trying to do drills. We don't know what it is. And those emails
100%.
literally just got removed out of all of every single person who got it just disappeared in the work emails.
Just immediately disappeared. Like it was just wiped from their email address.
And so then we have Lou. We know Lou Elizondo.
Yeah, we know well about Lou.
He's Tom DeLonge's homie and co-host of the show he did for History Channel. This is Schellenberger, the guy who, independent journalist, who released the information about Immaculate Constellation. And then we have Mr. Gold here, who is in probably the biggest part of this story because to me ran like the most interference on the topic. He felt like a plant. He worked at NASA. He also worked at Bigelow Aerospace, which is pretty open about the fact that they tried to get pieces of a crash from the 50s and bid on a contract for it even and claim this.
Was it from out of the United States?
No, it was one of the ones that crashed supposedly in the desert in Arizona.
Okay.
Is what
and someone else just scooped it up. So
or they were denied access. And Bigelow has put tons of shit in space. He's like another SpaceX version of that. He's got like bases up there. He's got like satellites. Like he's no joke either. And he's been very open on his interest on the topic and was openly like, I mean, I think maybe they just didn't like that he was openly talking about the fact that he was bidding on a piece of a spaceship to back engineer.
Yeah, they probably weren't too in love with that. That audacity being explained out loud.
Yeah. But it's interesting because he works for Bigelow, but they didn't ask him anything about it during this whole 2.5 hours, and it never came up. And the program that they worked in conjunction with the government with was brought up multiple times. Lou Elizondo motherfucking worked for them.
Yeah. And so he's like, I definitely know. You know, I fucking worked there.
So this guy's existence really bothered a lot of people and felt like things were a little bit off with him, you know? So people were speculating all sorts of things, but...
Like during this itself, he was weird? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, people didn't really like his responses. He didn't feel like... It felt like it was deflecting and he was like trying to get money for NASA the whole time, like...
Gotcha. Is he weird. He still works for NASA even though they lost?
No, he left NASA and works for this other company that does a bunch of stuff with space. I forget, Red something. I forget.
Okay, got it.
He's a weird addition because not a lot of people knew about him before this, and we don't really know much about his stance on it after this, to be honest with you.
He came in just as grifty as he left.
Exactly. Yeah. But here's Lou.
Has there been...
This might be the spiciest part of Lou's testimony today.
To your knowledge, any communication with a non-human life form?
So the term communication is a bit of a trick word because there's verbal communication like we're having now. The problem is you also have nonverbal communication. And so I would say definitively yes, but from a nonverbal meaning, when a Russian reconnaissance aircraft comes into U.S. airspace, we scramble 2 F-22s, and we are certainly communicating intent and capability. I think the same goes with this. We have these things that are being observed over controlled U.S. airspace, and they're not really doing a good job hiding themselves. They're making it pretty obvious they have the ability to even interfere with our nuclear equities and our nuclear readiness.
Has there been...
Okay, so that's very interesting. So what he's saying is like, we intercept these all the time, and they don't really care that we fly right next to them.
Yeah, we at least
essentially, right? Like that's what I'm hearing.
We locate them, or easy to find, that type of thing.
But what does he mean about interfering with the nuclear capabilities? That's what I find very interesting and just like random to be thrown in there, because that wasn't really what we were talking about at all. And I felt like he just hossed that in there.
Yeah, that was discussed a bunch during this hearing because there's been multiple incidents, one famously being at Malmstrom Air Force Base, I believe in South Dakota or Montana, so it was up there. And these craft, they weren't really even craft, they were kind of like glowing red orbs, flew over Malmstrom and essentially primed these things to launch and scared the shit out of Malmstrom Air Force Base. And then they turned them off.
They weren't sure if it was just going to launch without their capability, right? And they were fucking mortified.
And then they turned off. And this was not done by them. They were like, this is crazy.
So they were like ready. They were like made ready to fire. They couldn't turn them off, and then they turned off.
Exactly. And in the last hearing, we actually, there was testimony. I don't remember who put it into the record, but there's testimony about another nuclear site. Another nuclear site saw a giant cube. This is like what they said.
Like
giant,
the Gateway cube.
Yeah, just cube. Yeah. Hovering over the fucking facility, scaring the shit out of everybody. It's like, apparently,
it's like they think they're playing games to an extent.
I think like one of these guys...
They're literally playing games with us.
Exactly. And one of these guys even claims this happens like daily. Frequently enough that it's like, this happens a lot.
It's become a thing.
Yeah. What do you guys think about this UFO stuff? I don't know. I'm starting to think we're being psyoped a little bit. I'm starting to think that we can't trust anybody called a whistleblower, right? These people are calling themselves whistleblowers, and then they're getting in front of Congress with their full name, their face, their home addresses, and all that shit completely available for everybody to see. And then they go in front of Congress, they testify. A lot of these answers that they gave were not satisfactory to a lot of people who follow the UFO topic because they don't reveal any new information for anybody. They go out there, they say, I can answer this question about something specific if we're in a classified environment or whatever, because they still hold security clearances. To me, that's super counterproductive. Why take a hearing if you're going to sit down and you're going to fucking act like you can't answer any of these questions, legally? That just makes no sense. So I feel like the term whistleblower is not the right term to describe what these guys are doing. I feel like these guys, specifically Lou Elizondo and particularly David Grush, both have like this extreme background in like intelligence and counterintelligence and just working for three-letter agencies. So who's to say that their job isn't to go out there and put this stuff out for the public? You know what I mean? Like, that part of me is still skeptical about the fact that they're willing to talk about this on record and they're not dead yet. Even though they're willing to testify that people have been killed over the topic, right? Like, that's the other thing. David Grush, at the last one of these things, clearly stated that like people have died over this and were killed in attempts to cover it up. So when you go out there and you act like you have this like plot armor on for some reason and nobody's going to touch you, I'm just like, where do you get off? If you have the willingness to say in front of everybody under oath that people are going to get murdered over this and you haven't. I don't know. The whole thing is super weird to me. So you have to be kind of skeptical of these types of guys. But at the same time, there's no fucking way that the phenomenon isn't real. Okay? I'm talking right to you guys now. I'm waiting for Max to come back. I don't give a shit. Now I'm just rolling with it. But there's no way that the phenomenon isn't real because there's sightings every day, and it's not just in America, right? Like it's in all sorts of places. It's international, global, even completely entirely global. And these sightings happen every day. They're videotaped every day, and they're fucking photographed every day. They're visually seen every day. So to say the phenomenon, I'm not saying that all of that's real. I'm saying there's misidentifications. I'm saying that it could be that 90%. It could be that 90%, for real. 90% of these sightings could be misidentifications. It could be stars low in the sky twinkling. It could be planes misidentified. It could be stealth aircraft. It could be our aircraft, totally unknown aircraft made by humans that's totally misidentified. Could be a balloon. Could be a million different things. That leaves 10% of them that are truly unexplainable, that are probably not weather phenomenon due to the fact that they exert all sorts of intelligent movements and intelligent design and all sorts of stuff, right? Like, I don't know. I'm ranting here, but I just think that there's certainly a presentable pattern and a ton of evidence that the government is aware of this stuff and has been studying it for as long as it's known about it. And their willingness to go out there and speak on it right now in 2024, in the middle of this election cycle where nobody's going to pay attention to it, I wouldn't be able to tell you why or what the fuck is going on with all this, to be honest with you. But I do think that the phenomenon is a real thing. I do think there's tons of evidence to show that people have literally been affected physically by it. And, you know, you can't take that away from somebody, you know. There's true victims.
Bro, you just kept talking this whole time.
Yeah, we could cut it out, but it was good. So we have a clip here.
Oh, dude, are we on some Trump stuff? Our president-to-be!
We have a clip here.
Not excited.
That people are not ready for, okay? This is how...
I'm not ready for it.
This is how the cookie crumbles. I am just going to let this rip, and you guys are going to watch the magic happen, okay?
Thank you.
This is how it's done, okay?
They're just watching her, dude.
Is she crazy?
Thank you all. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, too many thank yous.
About 20.
There must be 35.
To California with an unshakable dream.
So this is how it's done.
He tells that girl to type it out real quick.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
he hired a fucking typist, and he doesn't.
He just got a girl with a laptop with all the
He just sits there and just fucking goes freestyles that shit, and it just goes on Twitter.
Well, this was like when they found out when he was or wasn't tweeting in his last campaign in 2016, because it was like from Android or from iPhone, whether it was him or not. You remember that?
Yeah.
Now it's like he just has one bitch with a MacBook. It all comes from there. No fucking around. You know?
This is the most insane room to ever be in.
Dude has a press secretary for Twitter.
He should. It's for the best.
These scientists.
How many people are watching?
Can we tell how many, Dan? How many people are watching?
She's talking about how great San Francisco was before she destroyed it. A lot of talk about childhood. We've got to get to the border, inflation, and crime. Say these out. The things of which she complains. The things of which she complains.
I like how he literally is the author, though, word for word. Like, we are learning that someone may type Trump's tweets, but nobody else writes them.
Also, I'm just
you don't like that avatar
I'm
over
just
there?
now realizing the avatar, to be honest with you. It's taken me this long to really see it, you know?
In many ways,
it's pretty cool.
Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Oh. You hear that?
But the consequences.
It's great, right?
But the consequences.
Ready? Please.
Can we just...
I will say the men in his room do look like literal crypt keepers.
It's insane.
They look like the bad guys from a Harry Potter movie.
And then Tulsi Gabbard, Bellatrix Lestrange herself, is sitting here. Dude, I did get duped by Tulsi Gabbard and her dashing good looks, I suppose.
Prosecutions were all started by her and Biden against their political opponent. Me. Get that out right away.
Drop
Get
that shit
out right away. Drop that shit right now. That's a heater. He knows. He's like, drop that now.
All caps, please.
She paid bail to get the violent rioters in Minnesota out of jail.
Tim Walz let Minnesota burn. Kamala Harris bailed out the ones who lit the matches.
Put it in there. Put it right in with the stuff, right?
With that post,
Yeah.
But
you could do it either that or separate.
Like he's like in full domain of this. Like he knows exactly how the posts need to work. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, at some point,
at the end
someone had to have taught him social media literacy at an incredibly high level.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel like he's just yacked up on his fucking stimulants and reading shit. Like, I really feel like that's just who
over there
he
on
is.
Sudafed, like, say this. Nope, type that. Now, huss that. Nope. All right, send it. Did you send it?
And at the end of the day, like, I know everybody's got like a very nuanced take about how all of this is happening and why, but like, I don't know, 50 years from now, it's going to be like, oh, he was just good on social media.
He was just good on the internet.
And no one else cared about that before him at all. So it's going to be like so obvious to people what happened. And we're all just going to sit here acting like we fought over this for like 12 years.
Well, I would argue Obama won because of the internet too.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the internet. You know what I mean?
No, he wasn't like clinically online like Trump.
He didn't post. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he had a poster.
No, especially not like this.
A legendary poster gets in the. I mean, talking about pre all this shit, he's like tweeting Robert Pattinson about his relationship and like he just had an all-time Twitter.
Yeah, that is true.
Sorry. Yeah, that's all.
Sorry,
that's all it
took
for
Kamala.
us.
If only you had a 25-year Twitter to fucking blank out.
We just refuse to accept that we're that cooked.
Idiocracy.
That's it. Though. That's all it is.
This guy made me laugh on the internet, so
we're at the
Crocs. He's my president now.
We're at the Croc stage. We've gotten there. We're set.
Against Project 25, which she knows, and so do all Democrats, that I have absolutely nothing to do with.
She says we all know that Trump terminals.
Thank you.
So good.
You know what I will say? At least Trump owns up to the fact that, like, that's my whole thing is, like, when has Trump ever said he's down with Project 2025?
Can I be real with everybody? I'm gonna be annoying about Project 2025. I'm gonna have people look this up, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. I looked this up already. Project 2025 is legislation proposed by the right-wing think tank that we all know and love, that brings us all of our lovely policies, the Heritage Foundation. And so the Heritage Foundation, right? They're great. We love them. You know who else loved them?
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the show, big time. And
Heritage Foundation, our only donor.
One of the BS, thank you for funding.
Our only donor. Thank you for funding.
Thank you so much. But yeah, the Heritage Foundation are the ones who also gave us Obamacare. So
what? They just write bad legislation for fun? Are they just like a group of 8 dudes who sit in a circle and they're like, "Hey, you want to write some dog shit legislation?" Is that like their whole MO? Democrat, Republican, we don't care. As long as it sucks, we'll write it.
Well, no, they've always been like a very right-wing organization, big time, but Obama was a pretty right-wing president and upheld a lot of right-wing beliefs and is essentially extended, if not made larger, the security state put in place for him by George W. Bush. It's a fact. So, you know, people don't want to think of it that way because of his oration and his social abilities.
I don't know, man. Everything you're saying is sounding pretty racist right now.
Dude, what can I say? It's not like people voted for him that voted for Trump. That's the ugly conversation.
Dude, I know people. There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people like that because
there's more than partisan voters.
It's bringing change. They vote for the people who promise direct change for them every time.
Exactly.
And that's yeah.
Exactly. It's about populism It's about anti-establishment.
Over loyalty to any bullshit. Yeah.
They'll be loyal to. The problem is they'll be loyal to anybody who's anti-establishment, which is
they'll be loyal to anyone who
grift.
lies to them. Yeah, it's a grift. Exactly.
That's an easy grift to get a hold of people. It's been time after time. Like it's just because our world is in such a bad state. People are in such paycheck to paycheck.
We're in such a
life.
I want that grift lifestyle.
People
right
just
now.
want someone to stand up and say something about it. You know, it's like it's craved, and these fucking sickos know it. So, but that's how I feel about that. And what was I saying before that? Who knows? Oh, the Heritage Foundation is the one who wrote Romney Care.
Obamacare. Oh, Romney Care.
Which is adopted by Obama's campaign to turn into Obamacare. That's like, follow that. It's really insane.
Are we repealing Obamacare like right now?
I mean,
isn't that like what Trump says is one of the first things he's going to do?
Probably. And I would say that's probably for the best if he wasn't also going to gut everything else, which he's probably going to fucking do anyway.
Also, I want to say he's talking about absolutely ending the Department of Education. And as two kids who had special test accommodations in high school.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Donald Trump.
They ended Florida's like fucking 50 years ago anyway. Like
but like my kid was never going to go to school in Florida anyway.
Oh no, I'm just saying like other places in this country like Alabama and fucking all sorts of
mean the ones with the
places.
worst rate of education in the
they've given up, but they've given up on them, and they have like basically no fucking support right now. Anyway, I'm not saying it's good that we're getting rid of it, but it's like, what have they done? Like they've let it fall into such a state of insanity. These teachers
it's almost
are
like
burned.
They were mad that they had to do the extra work, so they intentionally destroyed the program.
This is the result of failing to recognize that universal programs work for people and that public school is necessary and should have been extended to at least some college education. Back when
that was the whole point of like SUNY and everything else, but it just didn't go that way.
Yeah, and
it just
SUNY
became a little bit cheaper.
And in this country, you take anything you can get it, so it is a better system than the majority of people have even. So it's like it's just crazy.
And now that system's broken, and you have to go to community college, which is a new third system.
Yep. And it's just like, there should just be more options for people with education, and we're just taking that away. We're gutting it. And like, if we were to gut it and with a promise of fixing it, I wouldn't even cry about it, but gutting it with like almost no fucking
real
plan.
Promise. Yeah, there's no plan. There's nothing written that makes me feel comfortable with gutting anything.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like I said,
on
feel
that
like
note,
it's
let's
been
watch
gutted
funny,
elsewhere.
Dude. This is depressing.
This is fire.
What do we got here?
So this guy plays Freebird on Guitar Hero at 300% speed.
I didn't even know you could do that. I guess like the mods of Guitar Hero now
we're
are really
we're in the era of
we're
mods.
way out of the realm. Oh my god, this guy hasn't seen the sun in so long, Brandon. Look at him. He looks like a vampire.
Like I wonder if like the copyright's smart enough to know that this is Freebird.
We're gonna find out in about 45 minutes.
There's no way.
With all that clicking over it, there's no way. Dude, are you not seriously concerned for this kid's like mental health?
Oh, the tapping!
Like, I'm impressed, but I'm also genuinely concerned for this kid. Like, what? Has he really 100%ed this? Like, he hasn't missed anything?
Him like figuring out the rhythm to how fast.
The whole up here thing is out of my realm of understanding.
The tapping,
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do like tap-ons in Guitar Hero.
You probably couldn't before this guy tried, to be honest.
He goes, I actually made it. He's like the Rodney Mullen of Guitar Hero.
He feels like it.
So you and we already talked about it today, but we've gotten pretty big into the combat sports in the last like 5 years, right? Like we watch some UFC. We understand boxing. I don't think we watch UFC or boxing as much as we watch UFC.
But
we know what's going on. Like we share big boxing moments on Twitter, right? We share back and forth.
I like some boxing, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to watch Jake Paul get knocked out by Mike Tyson this weekend.
Probably.
Now, this is a new combat sport that's just started. I wanted to get your opinion on, so I threw it in our algorithm this week.
Let's see what we got here.
So they get lifted up, and they just beat the shit out of each other, Brandon. Literally, the goal is to be the last one still up.
Oh, when you get on top.
This is so real. We need to get this on Dana White's
I mean, this is like
budget
the
ASAP.
easiest way to get your nose just fucking broke.
Oh yeah, dude, noses are getting broken all the time. Dude, these kicks are brutal. Damn!
Oh,
Did you just hear that, dude?
It broke.
Take that back, yeah. Oh, that was a kick to the face! How did he still stay up after getting kicked in the face like that?
Shock. This camera guy is just like, I'm standing far as fuck.
My question is, why do I need a 4-camera guy when there's obviously cameras up there? Like, I don't want to risk myself, but this is way better than like Power Slap or that other bullshit.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, after we watched some of the medieval stuff, I like that, but that was just, I like the specialty
I think
stuff.
I could seriously get into this though. 4 free for all up in the air.
Yeah,
I'm kind of into it.
We watched the Russian guys on the shipping containers too. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of like that energy, you know,
yeah.
but just a little bit safer. Yeah.
In a way, I don't even know, dude. Who knows?
I don't know. Those kicks are brutal.
Pretty fucked up. All right, let's see.
All right, what do we got? Oh, this is bad too.
Go on, Blake.
I don't know if you know this, but you shouldn't open one of these if it's hot. Heads up. Can you imagine how hot that is, dude? Oh, dude.
Huh? Why would you get that close, dude?
You just saw what happened. Like, also, you ever seen a volcano come out of a car? That's like the coolest shit I've ever seen. I like how you see right here, he's like, this towel will protect me from this. You know that hit his fucking face, dude.
So hot when it hit his arm. 5th degree burn, instant.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be looking like the Hamburglar after that one.
Yo, not great. This is hilarious.
Announcer made a big mistake by breaking character because he thought the cameras were off of him after the fight.
What a guy, what a night. UFC 298, Anaheim, California. Certainly one for the box. What a guy. That's fucking gay.
What a guy! That is fucking hilarious.
I mean, dude, you're on the job, right? You can't fucking say that.
He's like a legend, though. So he's like, whatever. What are you going to do? Fire me about this?
No, that was funny as hell.
This is another. We've had a lot of these videos recently that kind of like, you know,
Grand Theft
showcase
Auto
New York
4.
City.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 4, right? I like how you've categorized them as that.
That's just a
New
Grand
York
Theft Auto
City
4
mania
video.
That's a Grand Theft Auto 4.
You can't tell the difference between the two.
Well, I've got a new Grand Theft Auto 4 clip for you. HD graphics enhanced.
Yeah, I've seen some. They upscale the graphics with AI now. It's like absolutely out of control.
I think what this might be.
Yeah, I gotta pull one of those up sometime.
It's her doing.
Oh fuck.
There you go.
It's a problem.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's way more involved.
There's a bat on the floor.
Yep.
Yeah, shit's going down.
You're definitely looking at all the right stuff.
Oh, the streetery is gonna get destroyed.
Oh, now we're reversing! That door is fucked. Who is holding the car from reverse? I would not get behind that bitch.
You're both going to jail. You're both fucking idiots. Exactly. Beating somebody with a bat. Yeah, you're fucked. Both you fucked.
Why are you looking for the smoke right now, dude?
Yeah, dude, like, what is your fucking
Insane
obsession right
behavior. He's outie, dude. He's grabbing his hat and he's out.
And he's like, let me just get the plates real quick, and then he's gonna blow the fucking thing open. That's the most New York City mentality ever, and we still don't really know why this started in the first
No one
place.
cares. No one even cares. It's just chaos.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Which is all. How funny is it that we have this clip after following us up? We have a GTA
I
5
have no idea, but
roleplay
is this-
clip. These are my
Is it
favorite.
GTA 4?
It's GTA 5 roleplay server, so they mod the game.
Dude, so the roleplay server thing, that's like wild to me. Like, there's people that will literally sit in there for hours.
Oh,
and
they're
huge.
huge.
Sit in a store.
Yeah, they're big.
Like,
They're
there's
probably
people who will just like sit at the gas station and
Yeah.
be the employee.
Oh yeah, I've considered trying one of these because they look fun.
Don't do that, Brandon. Please.
No, they look fun. You got to come up with a good
don't.
character, dude. They look fun, and whether you like it or not, this stuff is going to be included in the next GTA game because of its popularity. It became fucking
Okay,
huge.
but like, who wants their character to be the gas station worker?
You don't have to be the gas station worker.
I know, but there's a guy who is. So like, who does? Like,
good.
why?
Then I get to go to the gas station, and there's a guy there working. Thank fucking God while I'm doing my crimes. I get to hang out with him. I'd be a fucked up cop. I'd be a communist cop, and they would all hate me.
That's gonna be your role play.
How would that not
you're
be
just gonna
funny?
Be a communist cop.
That would be fucking hilarious. But let's run this.
Well, I'm code 6 in the area.
Oh, fuck.
I got him. No, don't fucking run, Jamal.
I ain't going back. I ain't going back.
Stop fucking running, asshole. Oh my God. We're gonna be on foot. 9167.
A little animation.
Stop it, motherfucker. Yes, you are going back, asshole. Stop. Oh my God. Everyone, gun.
Fuck you.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
get back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now who's the one with the gun, bitch? Who's the one running, motherfucker?
Come here.
Stupid ass motherfucker. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Do not fucking move, asshole. Don't move. Add 1 shots forward. 1 suspect down. 9168. Gun start me 32. Nameless, please. Don't move. Do not fucking move.
See, it looks kind of fun.
I mean, that is funny to see, but I wouldn't want like my.
Imagine
entire
you're
day to
working at the
revolve around
gas
that one
station
interaction.
right around the corner and all that. It's like almost like it happens in real life. It's so exciting.
My brother in Christ, I would not want that to happen.
I used to like a good role play, sir.
Also, my other headphones died, and so I put these ones in, and they're working again. Little mid-last video moment. So
beautiful.
Everyone got to watch that as well.
I love when the technical troubleshooting
When all
works.
of the technology tells me to go eat my own ass. Yeah, it's my favorite.
All right, we're gonna do a little segment here called Friends of the Show. Friends of the Show, the stories
You know
of
what's
Arca.
funny is I'll bet you $1 billion this is about to make fun of their stage presence, and it's only funny because people have been making fun of their stage presence for literally 15 years.
I think it's the stage presence in the Burberry, potentially.
Is this like a Halloween bit? Or
No, this is the whole tour. He's wearing this.
Or is this what he's doing now?
No, friend of the show is framed up right here. Shout out Nick Brzezzi. If anybody is a South Jersey guy or a lady, you should stop by Ash and Oak, I think is the name of his new pizzeria he opened with his brother. They
cool.
just opened. You should go check it out. But anyway, this is funny. I love the clip. I'm gonna let the commentary speak for itself. You can say what you want. But this is just fun. 10 years ago, this guy was kicking girls off the stage, this guy. And now he's...
I mean, it's the same guy. It's not like it's just a coach. It's the same guy.
It looks like he isn't even capable of kicking anybody off. He looks like he's...
Well, not with that coat. It restricts movement of the
That's what
legs.
I'm saying, right? Like the fit.
That's why they have him wear the coat.
Yeah, you got to protect him.
Like 4-door fills.
No one is more excited about the Oasis reunion, right?
Dude, that's not reality.
He's like, I have to go all out on my Oasis cosplay before
Even
they
though I'm
play
in a
shows
punk
again.
band.
Yeah, before they start playing shows again and it's not cool anymore.
Couldn't believe stories so
All right, that's enough. All right,
good
shout
enough.
out to the Stories of Arca.
I went and I saw them. They opened for a show that I went to a couple months ago, and they very much stood in the same place for 45 minutes.
I would too if I had another band that was more high energy, I guess.
Wasn't it? Isn't it funny how he runs around the stage for the other band?
Yeah, it's just kind
That's like my favorite part is that he like objectively does not. It's not like for a long time I'm like that's just who he is, But then he got a new band like 15 years in, and he was like, "Oh, it's actually not who I am."
I like it. I like the bait and switch. You know, it's a fun. I like watching. I like
it's a good bit.
If you can get people to feel a certain type of way about you, whether it's good or bad, it's a net good. So if people have something to say about your stage presence, whether it's good or bad, technically it's good. Does that make sense?
Technically, it's beautiful.
Yeah, if they're saying anything about anything, it's good for your band. It's kind of what it's true. So we covered this on the show last week. We had several monkeys on the loose. We had
43 monkeys in the loose in South Carolina. We did it on the
so
podcast
obviously we had 40 of these monkeys. Now the footage is starting to come in of them visiting humans.
Yeah. Let me see.
Here we have them running around in the forest, Planet of the Apes style.
Phase 1 of Planet of the Apes.
There they fucking go. An army of them even. They're sticking together.
Oh, they are? They're in a little pack? That's a big pack.
I think that was the last one.
Look, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah,
4,
dude, they're
5,
running!
6, 7, 8, 9.
No, that's actually low-key terrifying. I didn't see them down there. I was looking in the trees. That looks exactly like Planet of the Apes.
There's so many of them just...
I would lock your doors. What's that going to do? They can unlock a door. They're coming in,
break
bitch.
your window, certainly.
They're coming the fuck in the house.
So that's
All
fun.
Right. So it's not every day that we get to share Guinness World Records, but this just showed up on my feed.
Okay.
And so I thought you should see it too.
Let's take a look.
How you feel about this?
Oh, is that? I was like, how is he?
That's the move right there. Fuck.
Why? How many people have like tried this record?
I don't know.
Like,
This is actually the world record for the most table tennis balls bounced against the wall.
like,
with
is he
the
juggling?
Mouth.
Is he doing more than one?
No, he's just shooting one ball at the mouth, at the wall. Oh, the tone is wild. Come on!
I mean,
What do you think?
I don't have thoughts on this. You want me to say something about this?
I thought you might have thoughts on it.
This is perverted. That's what I think. No, I
thought
mean,
it was just. I thought it was a world record. I thought we should be proud.
Oh my god! I guess I respect his
David
fucking...
Rush, dude. You're kind of shitting on his big moment, aren't you?
I get a little sick of these Guinness World Records that don't matter.
Oh, you're saying the book can only get so big, huh?
That's exactly. That's the best way to say what I'm saying. It doesn't need. Who cares? I need to know longest time underwater. Not how many times.
Did you suck down a fucking ping pong ball?
I didn't know this was possible before today, let alone there's a record for it.
Well, all the more record to have it in the book. It's a new thing to learn.
See, when there's something that nobody knows about, it's very easy to create a world record for it. So I'm not super sold on your... It's like you've invented an idea.
I think his technique is beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you...
You know, it's like...
It says a lot about you, I think. That's all.
What, are you homophobic?
Are you homo?
Bruh. That's homophobic.
Are you...
Gay. That's racist.
It's something. I got to get rid of that button now that we're in Trump land. It's...
No, that's our button now, baby.
No, it's like it doesn't feel good to hit it now. Now we're in like it's like cheap.
They're already down. The gay community is already down. We can't make fun of them anymore.
Who can I... A gay community, you get to choose who I turn into a button next. That's simple.
Can we do like the redneck community next? Can we have like a I love Mountain Dew button or something?
That one kind of
works.
works.
That is kind of our redneck button. You're right.
What about this?
All right, what do we got next on the video?
That's an everyone
button. This one
button.
can't go anywhere. It can't leave.
That's an everyone button. That's for everybody ever. The greatest song ever.
That song unified people better than Michael Jackson.
Why do we keep having the same theme throughout the stream? All right,
because we can't help ourselves. What do we have here?
We have another Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
Situation. This is actually really funny.
Saturday, this video went viral on social media of 28-year-old Dominicus driving home to his Calabasas home, where two unidentified men in ski masks were waiting to rob him. Little did they know what would happen next would make them think twice.
What the fuck? Is he gonna shoot that rocket launcher?
Robbers quickly fled the scene shortly after.
I think it's a prop.
Oh my God! What did he think they were gonna?
Knowing not to come back again.
Imagine like risking it all with your fake RPG like that.
I literally, yeah, like that's literally risking it all. What if they just shot you in the fucking face and you're using like a Call of Duty Xbox 360 prop? You know,
like a fucking like a toy.
Yeah, like when you paid $150 for COD in 9th grade, you got that with it.
I mean, I kind of love that because it's like if you're in the middle of a robbery and like you're all amped up and some dude runs out of the house with an RPG and points
I'm
it at your
gonna
car.
be scared.
Yeah, I'm not risking it. Yeah. I'm not risking it, even if I've
Just
got a
like
gun.
You're not risking it
because I know my gun ain't shit against your RPG if it is real. So,
well, also if you blow up this car, it's kind of the end of all of us.
Yeah. You pulled out. Yeah, we're all
kind of fucked.
Some shrapnel in this situation, big time.
All right, what do we got? That is hilarious.
What do we got? Oh, we're pretty good on time right now, so we can we'll do a couple more. A gold medal celebration.
Don't forget, we have to cut a bunch out, so don't worry.
Yeah, I might leave my crazy alien rant in there. So if you guys don't know, you might not ever see it if I decide to cut it out. So this is just
you know what? Just cut it into like an 8-minute video and post it separately.
No, people need to hear my thoughts on this.
Brandon's alien rant, part 1,
or they can skip until they see Max in the chair. One or the other.
One or the other.
I'm in control of the editing, so you know what? We'll see. We'll
see what happens.
I forget that's my job.
It's not my call to make.
It's my job, and I get to say what I want. I don't know what this is. Did you send this in?
Comes from Minnesota. Jones launches end zone. Closest man is a Viking. It is picked up by Bynum.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I thought you might enjoy this.
Oh my God, it's so perfect.
Dude, he does it so well.
Why is it so like he studied?
Wait.
Yeah. And he does the kangaroo. Yeah. Damn, now
you know she retired this week?
Yeah. Dude,
officially.
I saw so many people be Ray Gun for Halloween. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is over, right? Like we're done with her. I'm so sick of her.
I mean, it was only like 4 months earlier. That's a good Halloween. Yeah.
I'm not shitting on the Halloween. I hate Ray Gun. It's not the Halloween.
I would have been Ray Gun for Halloween if I went this year.
I get it. You got to fucking be something current. I was shy.
Relevant, you know? It's the fucking struggle of being an adult.
What does this guy got to say? This is the best. Oh, this is just, I put this in because it gave me a little nostalgia for Staten Island.
Talk to me. Don't worry about the camera.
Just talk to you? Okay, this is Ariema's Italian Deli, 1791 Highland Boulevard. We've been here since 1956.
This place was here before the Verrazano?
Oh, yeah, almost 10 years before. I see my grandmother.
That sandwich looks so good.
Die here.
Dude, it looks so over here. Just
We've been held up at gunpoint here. The crook, hi sweetie, the crook put the gun in my father's mouth. And
he's talking about getting robbed. The guy put the gun
in my father's mouth at 63. We still kept it going.
He said he put it in and he had a heart attack with the gun in his mouth. Like, that's an insane story, dude. You were supposed to make a sandwich.
We've been held up at gunpoint here. The crook, hi sweetie. The crook put the gun in my father's mouth, and my father got a heart attack. But the detectives that are so good at the 1-2-2, they caught him. They nailed his ass. How you doing? That's me and Lulu when we got married. Yeah, that's me and Chicken Lulu.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does this place make you proud?
Very proud.
Seems like a tough business.
It's a hard business, hard family business. If my son Santo didn't want to do this, it would end.
You said your father was a legend?
Yeah, definitely. The street's named after us. I might have another street named after me when I go away, but because I'm a legend too.
That looks so good.
I'm a legend.
This guy is a legend. We should go here. We should ask them if we can film a podcast from here.
I mean, I could definitely. This is like not far from where I used to live, so I would love that.
So is my son.
He said, "So is my son." Oh my God, it's so wholesome.
That's so fucking wholesome. I love how he's like, yeah, if my son didn't want to do it, it would just end, but my son wants to do it.
Shout out to fucking Staten Island, dude. People hate on it. I love it.
Hey, get in where you're from, you know?
We got some...
Oh, dude, this is a good one. You're going to love it. So you're a guy, I never really had this experience. The video's just funny on its own. But according to the video itself, what they say in it, this dude is here supporting his sister, right?
Okay.
Something I'm sure you're aware of doing as someone who has 3 sisters. going to things you might not have wanted to be at the moment, but giving that family support.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta go. You gotta go.
So
to
check
stuff.
this one out. I think you'll find the extra humor in this one then.
All right, let's see.
Not a screen pass. 3 receivers behind each other.
Oh!
Oh, he made body to fail, Lord have mercy, body to fail on the back. This is not
Dude.
She tried to show off for the family and ate it so hard.
Wow. Usually I love like a celebration gone wrong, but that one made me sad. That one actually just made me sad. So.
All right. Also, I didn't know this. I had never known that we'd have the opportunity to see what it looks like and sounds like when water hits or when lightning hits the ocean from under it, like a fish's POV. But these scuba people found out, and it made me, I think I would have probably shit myself.
This is going to scare me.
Look at that, dude. Did you see that shit? Everybody's just chilling, having a good time.
Oh.
So fast.
Well, you probably just,
and I know
like,
it sounds
feel
like
it.
a muffled like tin, but you don't know what the fuck that is underwater, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had never seen anything like this in my entire life.
I forget that the lightning can strike water. That's insane.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that probably conducts the
My
shit.
whole question is, like, if it's bad weather, why the fuck are you snorkeling? Okay.
That's a great
We have a
point.
couple things to talk about with this video. Okay.
Hang on.
Now, I found this video, and I immediately had questions, and I almost didn't put it in the episode because I had questions until I figured them out. Okay. Now, what they say is this is footage of a feral child. During her early childhood, she suffered neglect from her alcoholic parents. To survive, she sought refuge in a shed inhabited by wild dogs. And the story is she basically like was a dog for the first 4 years of her life, right?
Yeah, I've heard of people like this. There was that kid who
Okay.
lived with the wolves. in
Yeah,
South
same
America
kind of
or
thing,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
However, what I noticed in the video is she is much older than 4 years old. Probably like 25 years older
It's
than 4 years old.
fucking Natalia Grace.
Which made me then look it up. And this news crew asked her at 30 years old in 1980 to reenact what she did as a 3-year-old.
Oh, that's awesome. Did she? And
Yes.
she did it.
And she did that shit.
Well, you gotta. I mean, this is the best way to show people. So. Oh, I love that it's in 144p.
Bro, it's from a different time.
Oh yeah.
Dude, look at this. She's just in the mode. She doesn't even do this anymore.
Yeah, this probably isn't good for her to do it again.
That probably brings her back.
Yeah, dude, that's not good. What if she can't snap back?
Dude, what if
She's
she was
stuck.
just a Rottweiler from
She just
then on
gets
out?
stuck like this again.
It's like when you cross your eyes and you get stuck there.
Yeah, you sneeze when your eyes are crossed. She's just gonna sneeze while she's in her dog mode. Shit's gonna get fucking locked up, dude.
That's fucking awesome. But no, could you imagine if you had this like clinical issue as a child and they're like, hey, can you just like reenact that again now as an adult? For the dog.
Yeah, you gotta have a heart as a producer and say, no, I'm not gonna do this. But you know, that's the thing about these people who make these documentaries. They have no morals ever.
Especially in the 80s.
Or-
like was what we're learning.
Yeah.
All right, you know how we've been doing a lot of like powerful slaps recently. You know, we don't really like to do fights because YouTube's not really about that. But
I mean, I don't give a
slaps
shit.
seem to be safe.
I'll watch
right?
a fight. But yeah.
I'll watch a fight. I don't care. But
Oh, man. I'll watch maybe
Check this
7
bad boy
or
out.
8 in a row sometimes.
What you talking about was time to do what? What I'm telling you is you ain't gonna do what?
That guy is definitely the one getting slapped in the scene. You can tell, dude. This guy's so calm.
Who's slapping?
The guy with the hair. Or it's this green guy because he wasn't ready. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. He wasn't ready for that, dude. He wasn't even trying to. Look at how chill. He's just chilling, dude.
Yeah, but he touched that guy's hand, and that was
I'm
enough.
telling you, if you ain't gonna do what? What I'm telling you, if you ain't gonna do what? The fuck is you talking about, nigga? I don't give a fuck about this, nigga.
Dude, absolute annihilation.
Oh shit!
He's out. He's out.
Are people
Slapped him
applauding this?
To the shadow realm, dude.
Yeah, dude. That.
You have to applaud when someone is quite literally slapped into the shadow realm.
Yeah, he just got put the fuck down, dude. Sorry.
All right, this one I'm not going to introduce at all. I just want you to play it.
Burrito with some sliced up raw garlic and chilies wrapped up and sealed into a burrito, ready to slice into bits and onto my tray to dehydrate overnight, then blitz it into a burrito seasoning. To season up some chicken thighs and air fry, then slice and fry with a load of chorizo to load in some tortillas with some spicy rice and cheese wrapped up and sealed. Then into a beer batter and burrito seasoned flour mix and deep fry into some cheeky buffalo chimichanguitas to load on a couple of big old tortillas with sesame seeds and sealed into a big old burrito cube, which I can then get into a blender with some water into a burrito-y paste to lay.
All right. All right. I get it.
You gotta commit, dude. You gotta see this one out.
We're only halfway through it.
Yeah,
What
dude,
is
we're
he-
only halfway. We already saw it cubed. How far can this shit go? We've blended
some
it out.
salt and flour and make a burrito bread dough to cover and let rest, and then get it cut and rolled out into a big old sheet, then onto the heat into a tortilla to load with more of the lamb and cheese and broth, then some chopped up stuff and wrapped up into a burrito. I'll also
So the burritos turn into the
tortillas, which then make
also make some mini
burritos.
burrito-y tortillas while I cook off a quick beef chili to pop on top of some cheese sauce to roll and seal with some egg into a whole bunch of mini burritos. To pour over a cornflour slurry to tip out, working super fast to brush with egg and wrap around my burrito to let sit and glue so I can unwrap and carefully slice right through my burrito cubed with a pot of the broth that's looking uncouth and ready for a dip in that and a good old scran.
Fucking thing, dude. That's like a burrito with a burrito inside a burrito. How
I'm
can you
starting
be
to
upset with
think that this is like bordering on like some type of fetish content that I'm not privy to. Like that, no
I think
one
so
wants
too.
this.
I just like the idea of deconstructing an entire burrito into the wrap.
I mean, I don't mind it, but it's like halfway through that, I started to feel uncomfortable. For
You're
some,
like, people are horny here and I'm not, and that makes me uncomfortable.
yeah, I started to like. Is this like that, or is
Am I
this
horny?
like?
Bruh.
Which one is it? I can't quite tell.
Am I horny right now? No, it can't be.
It's not me, but someone is, for sure. What do we got? He's gonna blow this shit up, dude. It's not gonna work the way he wants it to, I bet. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at how nice.
Dude,
Look at how
it's
nice
a
it is
great view for
outside.
this. You ready? It's a beautiful view.
Oh, fuck.
He shot that shit into the woods, dude.
Jesus Christ. This is why people see. This is when people see UFOs. This is the type of shit.
It's just some Russian dude kicking a fucking crater. Into
Yeah,
the
I mean,
ground.
you're looking up at the wrong time. You see this
UFO.
I'd be like, yeah, I saw an orb.
Yeah, it's the UFO. It
Yeah, I
disappeared
saw
out of thin air.
a big orb that just flew through the sky.
Just flew out of the air.
God damn. Oh, this is we're getting to the end here. We got the last two, so let's see what we've got.
Oh, dude, what do we got here?
This is
Is
good.
you or me?
This is me. This is a morning
right.
in Canada. A bad morning for a rural Canadian.
Oh, let's be real. Every morning in Canada is a bad morning.
Yeah, but this one's particularly shitty. Ready?
Like imagine you had 2 bags in the back of your car to bring to work in the morning, and a fucking bear climbs in your window and rips it out, and now your car is filled with fucking skunks. There's a bunch in there too. Like I'm not fucking dealing with this. Oh, hey buddy.
What the fuck?
What's up, dude? Could you
Why is
fuck
Nat
off?
Geo in this guy's yard?
He's just screaming at the bear to fuck off. Bear's like,
Wait,
dude.
what is going on?
I mean, what a what a I would say you said that to your boss. You go, dude, I'm not coming in.
I do. I'll send in that video and be like, not making it.
Had
today.
a
See you tomorrow.
long morning.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'm taking a nap after I get this settled.
All right, let's.
What are we closing out with tonight?
Well, obviously, you have to tell me. I don't even know anything about this guy, so maybe you tell me something about him
Okay.
while we.
Put me on.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't know about Big N?
I don't. I had to Google it today.
You never watched
90
what is it?
Day
Not Love It, 90 Day Fiance?
No, I don't even know what the show concept is.
So the show concept of 90 Day Fiance is they find the loneliest men in America who don't have any love options in America.
Okay. All right.
And then they basically send them to other countries where there's desperate women to move to America. And they see if they would like to then, after 2 weeks, choose, this guy's been in my house in my country for 2 weeks. Now you have to make a life choice whether you're willing to move in with him in America for 90 days.
This is a show.
This is a real show. You're starting to see how good of an idea this is, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good TV. And so this was one of the originators of like what blew this show up. His name's Big Ed. He used to be with a girl, and they make this show he used to be with an Indonesian woman who they eventually got divorced, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now he just kind of lives this crazy lifestyle, and he actually had a second season where he tried to find love again because the woman that he brought to America after 90 days said, "I'm good, send me back."
Well, you win some, you lose some.
But
this guy
right
clearly
is
isn't a catch, I would say.
He looks like if you were to put human skin on a Blastoise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got the shell on the back.
He's got like that shell. He looks like a human snapping turtle, you know?
He looks there's something I don't like to really, I mean, I do. I love to go through
such an intriguing body shape, isn't it?
It's the navel for me. Can we zoom in on the navel?
Dude, why is it so big?
Why is it the
He
shape?
literally looks like Mike Wazowski with a head.
The navel is the shape of a tadpole.
Of a tadpole. It does give like the shadow reflection of a tadpole, and then he's got like these like little.
It's giving
little
Saddam
nipples.
Hussein in the chamber for some reason to me right now. You know what I'm talking about? The meme.
Yes.
Of him laying down horizontally. Why is it?
Yeah, where he's hiding in the little like underchamber. Of
yeah. Why is it so long?
Bruh. Well, why is it so much longer than his penis is the real question.
Right. The TLC bar, if we were to measure...
I've never seen someone with a longer navel than penis.
His whole penis could fit in his navel.
2 or 3 of them.
Maybe. This picture is just not fair.
It's really not appropriate.
It's the original tweet.
His little pussy.
I think they're talking about his navel instead of his little pussy down here. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but either way, I love it.
All right. 3K bookmarks is criminal. We need to stop. All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
Brandon's sick tonight. He doesn't want to do it anymore. I've discussed with him on the way out.
That was horrible.
Watch 90 Day Fiance. Come see us this weekend on the stream or on the pod.
Watch
on
watch my episode on YouTube or on
Storytime Pod, right?
Yeah, Storytime Pod. Go check it out. We posted the link in our last podcast show notes. It's just Storytime Pod on Instagram, spelled STOURY. Yeah,
I gotta
check
watch
that
it
out.
still myself. I saw the little clip of
It's
your
also,
fun story.
I think he uploaded the video to Spotify as well, which I thought was fancy schmancy.
That is it's very like Joe Rogan, fancy schmancy. Turn the phone over and hear it.
Forgot that you can even do that. So I was like,
you
oh,
can
that's
do
cool.
that now on Spotify. You can you can turn the phone sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. So check out the Storytime episode. I'm probably gonna go back on. It would be really cool to go back on. So yeah, check that out, and go watch the full 2.5 hour UFO thing if it's interesting to you. They go through a lot of shit.
Get some fucking research, dude.
I mean, it's not often that they talk about it in such a capacity. So historic, regardless of what's going on,
Agreed.
So, hey, everybody, this has been the M&B Stream.
You know the rule.
Like, subscribe, do it all.
Deuces, everybody.
Deuces.